so we are docked and chocked. The parking team did a great job. This is the back end, which is different than a lot of internationals. But they just put a yellow strip down, and that was Cindy's guide to get in.
Right, they had us go as close to it without actually driving onto it, because they have to move it for the next guy. And the next guy is going to be parked, I'll show you. Right where that mark is there. And that's where we are here. And they had us go back to there, but we're a lot shorter than some of the trailers, so we were able to pull forward so that our jack stand was not in the grass, so that's very helpful. And this is a very level site. We'll just have to raise up the nose a little bit and we'll be good to go. So we're just gonna get plugged in and hope for the best, because there's a storm coming pretty soon.
Let's talk a little bit about the service hookups that you might experience at an international rally. And when they come out with the information, they always tell you, make sure you bring at least 2 25 length water hoses and 2 25 length electrical cords, preferably 30 amp electrical cords if you plan on running your air conditioner and you're at a 30 amp hookup. So we've experienced that here, and things are a little bit different at an international rally than they are at your normal campground. Let's start with water.
Didn't they also talk about a Y connector?
Right, so you can see through one spigot we're feeding, at least right now, 3 different Airstreams. We've got a Y connector. This is going to go off to feed more Airstreams. This Y connector is feeding this guy here, and then this one is going off to mine with my water filter here. My hose will then run down to our neighbor's Y fitting. So that hose will come down here. His hose will feed his Airstream, and then my hose
continues on,
will feed mine.
Interesting. So what's the electrical system?
We're very happy here at Lebanon to have 30 amp electricity. Our first international rally was in 2003, and we only had 3 amp electricity, which was only enough to charge your batteries. But here we have 30 amp, but they still recommend bringing 2 25-foot lengths, and you can see why here. So we're running our normal cord. And unlike at Doswell had those boxes that we're showing here that were done from a distribution panel where everybody was able to hook up. Here at Lebanon, we actually have these somewhat pedestals.
Try not to fall in the ditch here.
And you can see I've hooked up, and the height of the pedestal precludes me using my Hughes Autoformer. Yeah. So in this case, I'm using my Power Watchdog.
Get around here. Get a good view of that.
But this is
so
kind
at
of
the pedestal, there are 3 outlets, correct?
Right, and these are kind of nice because, you know, these are made for RV outlets instead of the club having to provide their own electrical distribution.
So who gets the top one?
I don't know. Whoever hooks up first gets the one they choose.
Oh, okay. So someone
still, this one might not get used.
I don't know. Someone could park here, right?
Maybe.
So as you can see, I'm looking out our front window, and we are about to get pumped out for the second time during the rally. We got pumped out on Saturday, and today is Tuesday, so they're gonna that's about an every 4-day schedule. So they're gonna give us our pump out today, which is good because we both took showers, so that works out very well. Unfortunately, the other truck that was supposed to pump us out, they got stuck. And I think they're gonna try to pull it out with this tractor here. So hopefully that'll work out for them, because they were trying to get pulled out by a regular tow vehicle, and that didn't seem to work very well. So let's see if they get pulled out. And you can see our number and our parking permit and a color sticker blue, which indicated that we were pumped out today. So I'm not quite sure what he's doing. but it looks like they might be opening the top. Ugh. Let's see, that's interesting. As you can see, the tractor has not made a lot of progress with this. This is called Campground Entertainment. Reality TV. Oh my gosh, they are opening it. Oh! I can't even imagine what that smells like. So it appears another sanitation truck has come and they're pumping out the first one that's stuck in order to maybe lighten the load. I still can't imagine sitting there while that's happening, but yeah, this is entertaining. I think they finally succeeded in getting the truck out of the dirt.
So, for certain reasons, Rich decided he was going to switch out his old freshwater hose with this really nifty brand new one.
Yeah, so they came running up to me. They're like, we need water, can I use your hose fast? I'm like, okay. And I guess one of the gentlemen had an excursion of excrement from the pump out truck. It was coated in material. And they used this, they didn't touch it, but they used it to hose them down. So now is as good a time as any to try out our new hose.
Right, where did we get that?
We got this from Airstream Life magazine. It is from Water Rights, and I did check to make sure it was a
potable hose.
Potable hose. It is FDA and NSF approved. 50 feet.
Look at that, it's 50 feet. How compact is that? And it has a nice little bag that comes with it too.
So we'll give it a shot.
How much did it cost?
I don't know.
Under 100 maybe, right?
Yep.
We'll find out. Looks like a slinky. And you could see where the truck was stuck. But we got pumped out today, we were able to take showers, and as you see, they put an X on our parking permit to show that we got a pump out. And so all is good. Want to give it a shot?
It's on.
Oh, it's on. Excellent. I may need to test it out inside. I think this hose needs to be sanitized.
I think so. Okay, fixing things in beautiful places.
Part 2, part 3, part 4. How many times have we fixed something this trip?
Well, that's life in an RV.
True.
So anyway, when we got to our international rally, we went to check our tanks, and you should always show up at any rally, or really any campground, or travel even, with a full water tank, an empty gray, and an empty black. And so, as we started using our systems, we went to check and push our green button.
What's our green button on?
And it got nothing. And that was the show.
That's our tank gauge.
Yep, that was the show. Voltage, black, gray, and fresh.
Yes.
And we got nothing. However, the water pump switch worked, which was odd.
Well, to me that said that it wasn't a blown out fuse, because if it was on the same circuit panel, then the likelihood of it being a blown out fuse was unlikely.
Exactly. So it's been days. We've been what?
We've been here.
We got here Tuesday, and it's currently Wednesday, so over a week without a tank monitoring. They've come by and pumped us out twice, so it's not been a big deal. We've been
conserving, but you know, it's sort of unnerving not knowing how much water you've been using.
So today's Wednesday. It's actually the first day where we've had a chance to be able to do something, and I remembered, I think this happened once before. And so I went through my manual, this is the manual for my trailer.
So does it keep your product literature, or?
I have 2 manuals, one for the product literature and one for the actual rig from Airstream.
Okay, so you have that printed out. A lot of people don't have that printed out.
It's a good idea to print out. So anyway, mine came printed because this 2002 is pre-internet. I also have it downloaded. But anyway, under the tank section, I had a letter, and that letter was dated August 31st, 2004. And it says, the water pump switch works, but I get no response when I press the green button. Yada, yada, yada. And I go through and explain all the different things I've tried. I removed the panel, I tested for voltage, I tested all that stuff. The very next day, they got back to me and said it's most likely that your microprocessor is hung up. Disconnect power, disconnect 12 volt, let it sit for 5 minutes, and then redo everything.
And just set everything back up, right?
And it just gets itself going again. Sure enough, we pulled 120 volt, we shut off our battery switch, let it sit for, we said 6 minutes to add an extra minute for good luck.
Yes.
Turn it back on. And bingo.
It worked.
We're working. So
Yep,
we're back in
that
business.
was a very easy fix, all things considered.
It was a very easy fix because we kept the documentation.
Right, we weren't trying to figure out how to fix it because you could have gone through all the same processes that you did last time.
Yep. And so we lucked out on this one.
So it's a good idea to, if you have a good fix on something, to maybe keep the documentation.
Keep the notes, keep the documentation, because this was what, 2004?
Right.
That's 17 years ago.
Right, and
I
it
probably
did the
wouldn't
same
have
thing.
remembered.
So
There you have it.
we
Back in
had-
business.
Yay!
This is Thursday at the rally, and we had a lot of vendor stuff going on, and we're going to be busy tomorrow as well. I wanted an easy dinner for the Airstream, and so I had 2 sausages left over, and so I decided to do, these were uncooked sausages, and so I put them in the pan with some thinly sliced onion. And I did some mashed potatoes with some cheddar cheese shreds, some garlic, some thyme, and on top is some broccolini microgreens. And so this was a very easy dinner to put together at the last minute when we had all sorts of vendor things going on. And so if you need a last minute dinner or something quick, this is a good option for you. How we conserved our water for 5 days so that we did not need an extra pump out or we not have to use our Blue Boy while we were here at Lebanon. We're about to leave Lebanon and we haven't had a pump out since Tuesday morning, and we are about to leave on Sunday. So here's what our tank situation looks like. 86% black, 87% gray, and 100% water. The water doesn't matter. But the key is to use your black water tank as much as possible. Both our gray and our black are 21 gallons, but you want to use your black because that's going to be the least likely to fill up over the whole course of the time. So what I do, dishes are one of the key things, and showers that will fill up your gray water tank. We have minimized our showers. We did one, I washed my hair on Tuesday right before the pump out, which was really good timing, and we had an extra shower right before our seminar on Friday. So we minimized the showers, dry shampoo for the hair, and we use small containers to do our dishes. So as you can see, during the course of the dishes, I basically filled this pot up. And that's a lot of water to be putting down in your gray water tank. So we're just gonna take this into the bathroom. And the toilet, throw it in the toilet. And we'll rinse this out in the sink, and we will see then how much gray water I used.
Plus, there's nothing wrong with throwing some sudsy water into the toilet.
Exactly. It keeps the black water a little cleaner, hopefully, and maybe helps it to rinse out when you're going to be dumping. So adding a little extra water right before you dump is very helpful.
Win-win.
So join us next week when we get this really amazing campsite at a Corps of Engineers campground without a reservation.
So if you like this video,
Give us a big thumbs up
and if you think we've earned a subscription, click to subscribe.
and comment below if you went to Lebanon and what your favorite part was.
Because we come out with RV and Airstream related videos just like this one every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.